Good morning, guys. I'm going to have my little breakfast and sort through my cold weather seeds, including herbs. These are mostly brassicas and cold weather crops. I want to get these sorted so that I can plant something. I've got to get something going. It's almost February. We are on day 6 of cold weather, very, very extreme cold weather. We did not get 2 feet of snow. We got a few inches of snow and then a bunch of ice on top, and it is unbreakable. So I've been inside for 6 days and I need to get some stuff done so that as soon as it warms up, I'm outside planting and gardening. I'll put some pictures at the end of this video if you're curious of some I've taken the last few days. So I think the best thing to do, I'm just going to dump the bins here. I tried to have them organized at one point, but now they are all mixed up. And I'm just going to categorize and organize and see what I have. I do have an order from Rare Seeds that I think is delayed because of the snow and ice. And it did have some cauliflower in there that I really, really, really wanted to try. It had great reviews. It was supposed to be perfect for my location. No mail has been delivered, so I'm not sure if I will get that order until maybe next week. The mail actually came through today, and I got my package finally. So it's been about 9-10 days in the mail, but it arrived. And look at how cute. Hajori melon. I love that. Such cute artwork on Baker Seeds packaging. So let's see what we got. This is a kind of small order. I just needed a few things. I thought that I needed 4 Seasons lettuce, but after I just went through my stash here, I actually have a pack that I ordered about a year ago. But good to have this, a very reliable lettuce seed. I am completely out of chamomile seeds, so I ordered one of my favorite varieties. It's a Polish variety. One of my favorite carrots. Evidently, I'm low on carrot seeds because I can only find one pack. And this is a very good carrot, nice and chunky and big. I really like this. And I wanted to try a new variety of oregano, so I will now have 2 types of oregano in my garden. Just advertisement. And my free seeds. Actually, I have wondered about these seeds in the past. I never ordered them, but I have looked at them. They don't look super appetizing to me, but I think I'll give them a try. Probably not this year, though. And I did really, really want these dahlia seeds. How stunning and gorgeous and beautiful. Really, really love those. And I wanted to try roselle. I have heard so many good things about this tomato, cherry tomato. Really wanted to try it, and I'm going to try it this year. I needed a new variety of cauliflower to try, and this is it. Robert cauliflower. It is supposed to be very excellent for my region. Yep. The maturity date, I'm going to have to look that up though. This may be a fall thing for me. And then I've got my shishito for this year. This is a annual growing plant for me. I grow it most years in my garden, and it is so delicious. Look at that, yum. So I'm just going to dump. I need to go get some rubber bands. Just going to dump because I know they're all mixed up. We're just going to start from square one and get things nice and sorted. Oh, here's some cauliflower. This is a good variety as well. I probably will start every one of these seeds because it feels very light. So I'm putting food on the left side of the table and herbs on the right. I'm just picking up a seed packet and deciding where to put it. This is cover crop, so we'll just put it in the middle. Microgreens, I don't know where to put that either. Valerian, we'll put that over with herbs. So this is what I'm going to be doing, guys. I'm just going to be making some piles here for a wee bit. And then I'm going to bring you back. We're going to look at each pile or category, and then I think I will purge a little bit and or decide what do we want to plant really, really soon. I had thought about winter sowing, some brassicas, but honestly, I'm ready to put my grow system up in my window. That's where I put it every year around February. So I'm thinking I may just start some brassicas right there at my grow station, since I'm going to have it ready for my peppers. And I think that is a good idea. The only part about that, which absolutely hate it, is hardening off the brassicas. You know, they like to get leggy super quickly. Let's see, these are radishes. Yeah. So that is my only hesitation. Whereas if I went ahead and winter sow them, I don't have to worry about hardening off. However, we're actually going to be stuck in this cold weather rut for quite a bit, which is weird. We usually have up and down weather. Even if we had a patch of snow or ice, it's usually gone in a day or two. So this feels very abnormal to me, to be encapsulated. And kind of the city is shut down because of all of the ice. No schools, most works are canceled. The ice trucks gave up, the plow trucks gave up a few days ago, and they have just resorted to sand. I just got sand on my road last night, and they had to stop halfway down my road because a bunch of people were parked in the middle of the road and they couldn't get back down. So only, let's say 70% of the road got done. This is dwarf moringa. A lot of people like moringa, but there is a part of this that is toxic. And it says on their website, on Baker Creek's website. Let's see if it says on their package. I don't think it does. I'm going to put it on the screen just to be safe. I didn't know that because I had ordered the package online last spring, and I don't think it says on that package there. I'll have to put my glasses on to see, but when I was browsing the catalog a few weeks ago on the couch, just, you know, having fun, looking at the sea catalog, it said in bold print on the page with the dwarf moringa that such and such part of the plant actually was toxic. So I want to make sure you guys know that as well. I usually do not keep anything toxic in my herb collection, but if there is that saying, right, anything can be toxic at the right dosage. I want you just to be cautious about things. The other parts of the plant are actually used medicinally. Always do your research. So anyways, with the extended cold that we're having and the ice out there, I just wonder if I could actually get my brassicas germinated and growing faster if I do it indoors versus winter sowing. And that is my objective, to get them done quickly. And the reason I need to do it to begin with is because I'm 90% sure, 95% sure every single brassica that I usually might overwinter in my garden will probably not be viable. And so if I want anything in my spring garden, I need to go ahead and start the seeds now. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to purge through here, weed through here, sort, and then I'm going to start a few select plants. Even my kale. I don't even think the kale will survive because a lot of those plants are buried in ice out there and they were covered before the storm. So really, they haven't had sunlight. They've been covered. Now they're encapsulated in ice. I'm not even going to hold out hope for my spinach, to be honest. I'm not sure when I'll get out there because it's just not warming up at all. It's just iced over and very cold. Last night, I think it got down to like 6. It's not getting above freezing during the day, even if we have sunshine. So yeah, just very unique, unusual weather for this Central Virginia location, zone 7B/8. Oh, I have some beautiful radicchio out there too. It may not survive without sunlight for so long and being just like in a little, well, I mean, it kind of is like in a little igloo, so I don't know if that will protect it, but the lack of sun, it is getting moisture, I would assume. If there's any, I don't know, would there be any melting at all? It does seem like on certain areas, like my deck railing, I see that snow and ice has like melted over the last few days. I'm not sure how, but it does appear much smaller. Tango lettuce, very good lettuce. Yeah, I need to restart some lettuce as well. We definitely need to do that. Alrighty, I have got both bins emptied, categorized. I think I'm gonna actually start over here with edible things that we might want to grow. And if you watched my last garden tour where I got ready for this winter storm, you'll notice I had a bunch of Brussels sprouts trying to keep alive to overwinter and have a early spring harvest. Well, I don't know if any will survive. So should I go ahead and start some Brussels sprouts? No. This is a fall plant for me, fall into overwintering. It has a very long maturity date, and there's just no way with our springs, they get hot really quick, that I could go ahead and start Brussels sprouts. Unfortunately, that is sad. Now, collards are different. We could, and we will. So I had some Georgia Southern out there. May or may not survive, but to be safe, we're going to start some more of this variety. Got a couple other varieties here. I did take the long process one year to save a bunch of the Big Daddy Greasy green collards. There's a huge bag of seeds here. I have a video on that whole process. If you're interested, this is what the thumbnail looked like. It was a fun learning experience for me, and I feel like I'm doing my part to help save heirloom seeds because these were on the verge of going extinct. So I spent that whole, gosh, it was like a 1.5 year process, maybe 2 years total, to get those seeds. Because the collards that I had grown, well, you just watch the video and you'll see if you're interested. But we will be starting some collards, and we're just going to go ahead and do the Georgia Southern just in case the ones that I was overwintering actually do survive. They'll all be the same variety. I also have a video on my collard green recipe. So delicious. I freeze it. I make a huge batch and I freeze them in bags individually, like, you know, a serving for a family. Just so delicious. I cannot wait to get some more collards so I can freeze some. No Brussels, no radicchio. I will start some of the collards. I'm not sure about arugula. That usually bolts here mid-February, so probably not. Let's talk about kale real quick. I've got these two guys, which I think are both maybe the same. Nero di Toscana. They look similar, just a different picture. Might be slightly different though, because this one actually looks spotted to me in the image. I never really wanted to grow this one because it kind of looked moldy, the spotting. So I may grow one larger leaf, like a lacinato. I do have the dinosaur kale in here somewhere. For some reason, I have a stash of kale seeds. I'm not sure why. I just keep buying them. Okay, so I might pick one larger straight leaf variety. This kale is stunning and gorgeous. I just harvested from it right before we got our cold weather. It's just so cute and fluffy. I just love kind of running my fingers over the growth of that leaf. So I don't know. I may or may not. It's on the green stalk. It might survive. It might. My green stalks are really well insulated. So I'm not going to grow that. Some smooth German. Probably not. Red Russian. So I've got 2 of these. We'll go ahead and start this entire packet since I have a backup that's newer. And then we will eat the extras as microgreens. Because I think I'm going to start these indoors and I'm going to do like a block method. So yeah, we'll do one of these, one of the Red Russian. Let's see. I've grown this one. Oh, I'm out of seeds, so we can throw that pack away. White Russian. The Portuguese, I've only actually gotten this to germinate once or twice. There's minimal seeds left, so I think I'll do that one. I've grown this one many times. The Dwarf Siberian. Maybe we'll grow the Purple Moon just for some pretty color. I did harvest some of this right before the snow as well. It's such a beautiful shade of purple. So we've got several kales. All right, guys, moving on to cabbage. We're not going to grow anything that has a long maturity. This is 90 days. This is red cabbage for 70, 65, 80. That still seems like too long for me here. This says 60 days, so that's an option. Which one is 60 to 75? Okay, maybe. I do have some out in the garden. I think I have 5 or 6, but they probably will not make it. They were already starting to form heads. They're probably not going to make it. So maybe we'll start those. Let's see how many days on this guy. Oh, it does not say, and that is one of my biggest pet peeves about rare seeds. I always have to go look something up. It's never all right here for me to look that up. And these are empty. I used up all these seeds this fall from some Napa cabbages, except, here we go, Little Jade. I think I used all those. Yes. I did have 3 growing in my green stock. They may not have made it. And then I had started all of these seeds in the fall, and they are now toast. Did not survive for different reasons. I don't think I'm going to buy any more Napa cabbage. It is so difficult for me to grow. And if I do get it to grow, the bugs are just relentless with Napa cabbages. So we may just forego those altogether. One more cabbage here. Oh, 55 days. Okay, this might be an option. So we got options for cabbage. That's wonderful. For our cauliflower, we're just going to go with Amazing Taste. And no to bok choy. This is another plant that does better fall than us going into spring. For me, it just likes to bolt super quick. I love bok choy, but it is really a pain to grow here. We need to look at the broccoli though. I would like to have some broccoli. That would be nice. All right, so let's go on with the broccoli. So this is a sprouting broccoli that has to be overwintered for my location, and it's too late. I should have done that in the fall. I'm just going to go through these really quick and look for something that will do well quickly. And I already know, I think, which one I'm going to go with, because some of these broccolis take way too long for our location. And the one I'm going with is Gypsy, because I know it's one of the most heat tolerant broccolis, and it's only a 60-day to maturity from transplant. So that is the broccoli we're going to grow for this upcoming spring. Now, for some weird reason, all of my carrots have disappeared. They're misplaced because I had a bunch of carrot seeds. I do have carrots seeded. Currently, there is damp cardboard over top and whatever snow and ice is out there. Hopefully, as soon as we warm up, they will sprout and I will not have to plant any more carrots. Mustard, I'm going to start some of that indoors because I have a plan for that in my tomato bed. I need to work into that soil. Some of the mustards, once they've grown and they're getting ready to flower, because I have root knot nematode in that area. Turnips, that's going to be overwintering thing for me, and I'll just wait till fall. Beets, they do like summer, but they don't like super hot. For me, I consider them more of a lukewarm than a cold or a warm weather plant, but I will plant some direct sown at some point. Radishes, kind of similar to beets, but more cold tolerant for me. Peas, I usually start peas in February, so this is coming up really quick that I need to get some peas going. This is one of my favorites, Sweet Ann. There's a lot of different peas in here, but that is one of my favorites. I did buy 2 new ones to try. Actually, I have tried both of these before, and I do recommend them both. This one, a Spring Blush, gorgeous, beautiful. I've already got my onion seeds going. Kohlrabi, I love kohlrabi, and I may try this one because it's only 42 days. Lettuce, we probably should go ahead and start a new round because we may not have any outside when I go out there to uncover all of my protective coverings once we melt and dethaw. But I have a million different lettuce seeds over there. Maybe we'll do something warm tolerant like the slow bolt. All right, y'all, I am purging through my lettuce seeds. These are all seeds that have not been opened yet, except for a couple of those. I've got a stash of those that I'm just going to let go. Even though some of these are really good plants, really good seeds. I have a small stash here of seeds I have started and grown that I do recommend. Tango lettuce is definitely high up there. In fact, I ordered a new pack. Also, Four Seasons ordered a new pack. I recommend those two. I probably will order red cells again. The Johnny's Wildfire, this is what it looks like. Absolutely love this pack and this blend. It does so well in the winter here, but it's almost $7 for 1 seed pack, so I can't justify it. I do have possible alternatives though that I think could work, like this Rocky Top lettuce blend, and there was one other one, this Red Fire, this new Red Fire. So not going to order the almost, is it $7 a pack? Yeah, well, $6.35. It wasn't that much the year that I ordered it. It was like $4.99. Ice Queen, recommend that. The Jericho, you can get these seeds pretty cheap. It's pretty common seed. Winter Density, that's a good one too. And Webb's Wonderful. So these, I will consider ordering the seeds again. These, I'm just going to let them go because there's so many lettuce seeds out there to try. And I have a nice stash here of new ones that I've yet to grow. Rutabaga, I would probably rather do that late summer, fall. Swiss chard, we may start a seed or two. It's not my favorite. I've got some winter greens up there. I think we're getting too late for that. I do want to start some parsnip. And I think this would be a direct sown. It's a very long to maturity, 120 days. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be a late summer planted type thing for me. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, here's another beet. I don't really like beets, but I do tolerate these golden beets. Yep, okay. My daughter and I harvested these seeds many, many years ago. Not sure if they're viable. If you wanted to start strawberries from seed, January is a great time to do it. I really don't need any more strawberry plants. Yeah, I may go ahead though. These are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. They're pink. It's a hybrid. So pretty. I don't even know if you can save fixed seeds from the grocery store, but I did, just in case I needed them. I've yet to try these potato seeds. I've heard mixed reviews about them. These are older seeds. I should probably go ahead and do it just because the seeds are so old at this point. I need to buy some more strawberry spinach seeds. Those are empty. Celery, I've already got some going if it survives. I'll have plenty. I do need to start some artichokes because I think mine probably died with this extreme cold weather. And I think we're getting in now to the herbs and cover crops. And I collected these foam flower seeds the other day. I'm hopeful there are some viable seeds in there, because I may have waited too long. They may have all just fallen out. Moving on to our herb/medicinal area. And remember, double check all this for yourself because I could have misplaced something that really isn't edible. We've got some roselle seeds. You can see they're pretty big. Goji berry. This is empty, so none of those ever germinated for me. Some feverfew. I've got a lot of different savories. Some are perennial, like the lemon savory. Summer savory is not. It's an annual for me. The winter savory is some more summer savory. Okay, we got stevia. Got some dill. Hopefully my dill survived outside. That would be nice. And my parsley. What else? What else? What else? We've got so much here. Oh, I may want to go ahead and start more chamomile and more cilantro if mine dies. It's really young little seedlings right now, so sometimes plants do better when they're little established seedlings instead of huge plants when they're overwintered. And then just a mixture of different herbs and things back in through there. But you can see, what do I have the most of? I have a ton of basil seeds. I'm not sure why I collect so many basil seeds. I should probably thin, would be a good idea. But I like them. I like basil, so maybe, maybe not. I usually only grow like 1 to 3 different varieties a summer. I don't really have a super favorite at this point. I do know some I don't really care for too much, like there's a blue spice in here. No, not that one. I do like cinnamon basil. I'm not a super fan of that one, so I thought about donating those seeds. Love lemon basil. So many yummy, yummy basils. Borage, I've got the white, and then I've also got the blue. The blue is gorgeous, but the white is really hardy here. It will just self-seed. It will overwinter as a plant, and then it's blooming super early for all of our pollinators, which is kind of cool. And I've got some winter peas. I did go ahead and start around before the snow fell so that they could germinate as soon as we dethaw. That is a great cover crop, very pretty. In winter, you can cut the tendrils for salads. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this overview of my herb and medicinal seeds and some of my cool weather crop seeds. And I do have a little bit of a game plan at this point. I'm going to keep it simple, not too many, 1 broccoli, 1 cauliflower, couple kale, 1 collard seed picked out, and then I will be planting peas directly. Eventually I'll plant radishes and then beets later on. Hopefully we're good on carrots. And that sounds like a good plan to me. I do want to winter sow some artichokes. I've got 2 varieties here. Usually do artichokes once a year, and I start them mid-January, so I'm slightly late. I think it won't be a problem. We're just going to stick them in a milk jug, and I do have a couple milk jugs ready to go right there. So, have any questions? Just post them below. I will be seeing you guys soon, hopefully out in the garden once everything melts. We'll do a video and see what survived, what did not. I'm hopeful I'm going to be shocked and happy and surprised, but trying to be realistic and realize that even though plants are super resilient and they really want to survive, sometimes they don't. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.